There are so many jobs in Final Fantasy XIV, and in the long run up to a release of a new expansion, SE has been known to drop hints here and there regarding upcoming jobs. Howdy all, Wyrm here. Today we are discussing the Hero's Gauntlet, and the current theory in the player base that has foreshadowed possible incoming jobs to the game. Before we begin, if you enjoy such content as this, please hit that subscribe button to stay informed about my upcoming videos. Let's head to the scene. The Warrior of Darkness and the Scions are rushing back to the Crystarium due to the spectral heroes appearing across the world, due to the mechanizations of Elidibus, who is using the Exarch's powers and the Crystal Tower to summon these souls of heroes from other worlds. We find ourselves running the Gauntlet to get back to the Crystarium, after a spectral dragoon took down our airship. This entire instance plays host to the spectral enemies, who are the literal souls of heroes just like us. Thus why the jobs are similar to ours. You encounter every job along the way, leading to a fight with the first boss, a very experienced thief. However, we are here to discuss the second and final bosses. Let's start with the second. This hero is dubbed the Spectral Necromancer, and even carried a lot of their personality across the rift. They use a series of abilities focused around undead and reanimation, alongside a number of caster spells. The Necromancer role is not a new one to the Final Fantasy series, and has appeared in many games. However, it has only been playable in a couple of these. Final Fantasy V had the most playable Necromancer job, using the Oath ability system, as well as the Dark Arts. The job was almost added to Final Fantasy XI during the third expansion, however it was dropped in favour of the Puppet Master, and Necromancers were instead added as enemy NPCs in the game, who are spellcasters and summon undead creatures. This shows Square Enix had ideas of what the job could be, and it almost became one in Final Fantasy XI. So, could Necromancer be the upcoming job? Honestly, it's a distinct possibility. We have a number of casters in the game already, but Necromancer is something different. Though in Final Fantasy XIV, parts of its toolkit are found in other jobs currently in the game. But the same was true of other jobs we ended up getting. Next we move on to the final boss, the Spectral Berserker. The Berserker is also a recurring job in the Final Fantasy series, having appeared in Final Fantasy V and VI, and having appearances and variations in other games of the series. The defining feature of the Berserker job is the Berserk status, where the character loses control, but the job's attack power goes through the roof. When you fought Berserker in Hero's Gauntlet, you would not be blamed for thinking they were a warrior. The warrior job in Final Fantasy XIV borrows a lot of elements from the Berserker job, even in its main storyline. The warrior we have in Final Fantasy XIV is not a true warrior of the Final Fantasy series, but is more of a hybrid between the warrior and Berserker, but still keeps the warrior's title. Would a Berserker be a future job in FF14? Honestly, I say no to this, as most of its toolkit is already being used by the warrior, similar weapons, abilities, playstyle, even its backstory. It's hard to see the Berserker being added as a result of this. So, do you think either of these jobs could be added in the next expansion? Let us know in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion on this subject. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and check out my channel for more videos. Also hit that subscribe button to be notified about my upcoming videos. Thanks everyone, and have a good one.